Hey YouTube people, this is Jana, also known as Honey. Oh, I'm going to try not to shake the camera. I'm in a different place today because my laptop needed to be charged, and this is where I charge my laptop. So I moved over here. It's a little bit different, but the lighting seems to be better. So you guys let me know, do you like the other place better or do you like this place better? Just let me know in the comments. I'd appreciate that. Um, I have some things to go over. One, I wanted to show you a finished project that I did. It is a baby blanket for a little boy that isn't here yet, but he's coming. So here's the baby blanket, and it's fairly large. Hopefully it's large enough for him to be able to lay on and be able to roll over on and still be on the blanket. And anyway, so very glad that I got that done because, I don't like to wait till the last minute because things come up and then there you are and you haven't brought your baby blanket, and that's not a good thing. So anyway, that's done. I've been working on my projects this past weekend, and here is the moss stitch blanket that I probably should have worked on more and would have if I hadn't gotten sidetracked, but oh, here it is. Here's where I first showed you guys, and I had gone up a couple rows, I think, in the last video. So I've done, considerably more anyway, because I think I was only like right there. And so I've worked on it. I've done more, but I got sidetracked, as I often do. And I'll show you what I got sidetracked with. Let's see. Oh, come here. Oh, this right here. Remember the yarn that I showed you guys? If you watched that video, then you'll remember that I got the Yarn Bee 44th Street, and it says it's a 3, but I think it's a 2. And anyway, so I went looking to see if I could find something to make out of that that would be pretty and lacy. And of course, Back O'Day had had something. She always does. And let me look at the name of what it's called. It's called Butterflies in the Sky. And what she had was marked a 1, but it was really a 2. She was using It's a Wrap, and hers was a variegated color. It's beautiful, but I wanted to use my golds, and here's mine. So I really do like it, and I'm enjoying making it. I'm not getting bored with it like I do with the moss stitch. Anyway, I make enough mistakes that I have to go back and frog it often enough that it is keeping me focused, and I'm enjoying making it. So I'm liking the way it turns out, or the way it's turning out. So thank you, Crystal. So that's one I'm working on. And then I'm working on Sarah Sash, and I think she has she started off as wait, I know this, Posh Pooch Designs. I think she has a website that way. And anyway, and that may be what her YouTube is, but it comes up Sarah Sash, so I think that's what it is too. Anyway, she has a get to, what do you call it? A live? Yeah, you call it a live. She has a live on Tuesdays, and she does it on Facebook, and I can't always join, but thankfully what she does is she takes it, edits it, and then puts it on YouTube. So I can go back and watch it on YouTube if I missed the live. And so I often do that. Anyway, so she made this design, and it was either this week or last week that she talked about it. Anyway, if you go to her YouTube, you can find it. And it's called, hang on, Cupid's Arrow Wrap Scarf Crochet and Pattern. And she used a weight for And that's what I used was a weight for. But I can't really say I'm doing that specific shawl. What I'm doing is inspired by that shawl. That shawl is beautiful. The difference is that these spaces in here, like the uh, double crochet, chain one, skip one, double crochet, I don't remember what you call that stitch. But anyway, she does, when she starts hers, she doesn't do as many rows as I did before she does another with the open spaces. And that's good. I mean, it's a wonderful plan for the spring because you need something airy for the spring. I agree. And it's beautiful and I love hers. But I'm doing mine for a cancer patient. And my understanding is that often when people are going through chemo and they're getting the chemo treatment, they get cold. And so I want for whoever has this to be able to take this scarf and throw it around their shoulders and wear it as a shawl or a wrap and be able to be a little bit warmer. And in doing that, that means that it can't have as many holes in it because I want a more solid thing so that it has more warmth, but it's not bulky and big. So anyway, that's what I'm working on, and thank you, Sarah, for making a great wrap. So I'm working on that. Now, that's currently what I'm crocheting on. Now, the next thing I have is books. I'm going to show you one of my favorite books. This is the complete book of crochet stitch designs. It's 500 different stitches, and the book has good pictures in it. It has a nice variety, and these stitches can be used for just about anything. You could make a blanket with them. Um, some of them would lend themselves to a blanket more than others, but you can make shawls with it, you can make wraps, you can make scarves, lots and lots of different things. And I have made lots and lots of different things using this book. Or the book has inspired me. So, for example, here, this is 3 double crochets, 2 chains, 3 double crochets. And I just did that all the way, and it made a decent little pullover shirt. And that was actually inspired by this book. That exact stitch isn't in this book, but it was inspired by it. So there you go. Then I have these 3 books. Oh wait, hang on, I'm going back. I didn't show you who it was by. Whoops. I'm not very good at this. Linda P. Shaper? I probably said it wrong. But here, there's her name. Wait, it's a wonderful book. Okay, now, on to these books. I got these books at Ollie's, and they were under $5. So, and there's 3 of them. And they were all together for $5. I thought that was, worth getting. So, they're by Publications International Limited. And their address is Morton Grove. It's IL. I think that's Illinois. Initials IL. Isn't that Illinois? Let me know in the comments if it is. Okay. So that's the company, and it says manufactured in China. So I don't know if they just send the stuff off to China to get printed or what that is. But the first one that's in here is Crochet Baby Gifts. Now, I went to Amazon because I thought, well, maybe they'll have this little pack at Amazon because you may not have an Ollie's near you. So I went there and I found done by this company, not this exact book, but it had these patterns in the book. And I think there were a few more pages, but I don't know if it had more patterns in it because I don't remember the exact number of pages it had. It wasn't a whole lot more, but it was more. Um, there's 48 pages in here. So um, it may be a little bit different. And it was $7.99 for the one on Amazon. So obviously the Ollie's was a much better deal. And this one right here is just projects. And I like that one because I don't know how to do armament. I don't know how to do toys. So there. I just don't know. Um, and I want to learn how. So I thought, well, that would be a good book for that. This one right here is called Tips and Tricks. And really, it's for somebody who doesn't know how to crochet. So it will teach you some basic stitches like the double crochet, the single crochet, and counting chains, that sort of things. So it's real basic. And that would be good if you don't know how, or like, for example, my granddaughter, I've tried to teach her how, and she gets off on her own and she can't remember. And this has some really good pictures in it. And so, see the pictures? So if she starts to do it and she gets lost, this would have good pictures for her to look at. So I think I'm going to give her that. And so those are the books that I brought for show and tell today. Then the next thing that I had that I was going to talk about was, oh, I was a good girl. That's what I was going to talk about. I went through I have some bins in my room that have like pants and have shirts and, tank tops and just different t-shirt sort of things. And I went through those and put everything I was going to wear in one pile and then everything I wasn't going to wear in another pile. Then I put all my stuff up that I'm going to wear or that I want to keep. And then I took the rest of it and I went through what I was getting rid of and figured, okay, this is acceptable for charity and this really isn't. This needs to be a rag. So I went through all of those and got rid of the ones that needed to be rags and put all the ones that need to go to charity in a bag for charity. And I filled up a trash bag. Now, the sad part of that is that I know that I could probably get rid of more, but I'm not there yet. That's going to have to be another purge. So I did as much as I could do today. So, but I did do that. And the reason that I was getting rid of, a trash bag full is that a lot of them are old and I've had them for a long time. I lost weight and I didn't want to get rid of those clothes because what if I gained weight? Well, I've managed to maintain this weight for a year. So I decided that I needed to say goodbye to, those old clothes and that old self and, be in this spot and not go back because it's always tempting to eat that cookie if you know you got something that's going to fit anyway. So I'm not going to do that. I'm getting rid of all those clothes and I'll go through and purge some more later. But for now, I got a trash bag full and I'm happy with that. I also started a trash bag that it won't stay a trash bag, but it's just a place to gather all of my charity crochet. So the pink wrap that I'm working on, that's when it's finished, it'll go in that trash bag as well. The hats that I've made, and I haven't showed you guys the hats because I've made them before I started YouTube. But anyway, I'll take all of those things, put them together, and then once I get a full bag, I'll go through them and divide between, is it for cancer? Is it for the homeless shelter? Is it for the nursing home? And, you know, divide up so that I can take them to the appropriate places. But in the meantime, I'm collecting them all there. So that's what I've been doing today. Anyway, hit the comment section, hit the like, share, and subscribe. And thank you guys so much for spending time with me.